Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this Tuesday morning on North Dakota Today. I'm Lisa Bedeau here with Chris Berg. We can't ignore this. There's some major breaking news going on in North Fargo right now. A report of a shooting, massive police presence, and we want to get the very latest because this is something that is very active. We're still working to get information, but Abby Furchner was called over right away. And Abby, I see you're in that area right now. What can you tell us about what happened?
Yeah, good morning, Lisa and Chris. We're here on the intersection of 8th Street North and 25th Street North as well. But right now, this whole area is blocked off all the way up to Broadway. As you can see, it is a very active scene here. Now, we just got done talking to Fargo police, and they didn't have a lot of information to release to us at this time. They were dispatched here around 7:40 after there was possible call-in of shots fired. Now, a K-9 has been deployed to help, and detectives are interviewing witnesses at this time. Now, witnesses tell us, Valley News Live, that 3 people came out of Hornbachers. That's what they saw. And they saw them get into this red vehicle right there, as you can see. And then at the time of when they were fleeing Hornbachers, they attempted to steer out, and they ended up crashing their vehicle. And then sometime during that time, witnesses say that's when they saw or heard a person get shot and another person fled. And then when ambulance arrived on scene, they started doing vigorous CPR on another person. Now, again, this is all just what we have heard from witnesses. Fargo police have confirmed that there are no suspects in custody as of right now, but right now they're still investigating. They're still working on trying to get more details. So that's all the information we have at this time. So you want to stick with Valley News Live as we continue to bring you the latest on this breaking news, because they did say that they will be sending out additional information here soon. But Fargo police do want people to try to avoid this Broadway and 8th Street North, 25th Street area around this Hornbachers, just so that they can, continue to investigate and do their job.
And Abby, I want you to stay with us here a little bit. I just want to clarify, because you were out, our reporters are all out on the scene, so there's very few of us that were here in the newsroom, but you mentioned Hornbachers. You're near the Northport Hornbachers, and I did hear that area was... Correct. Can you talk about, I can see an area blocked off behind you, but I heard that, is everybody evacuated from the grocery store as well? Is that area blocked off?
I'm not sure about that yet. We have seen people pull into the parking lot. I'm not sure if it's just a certain area that is blocked off. We were told to come on this side for the media staging, and I want to confirm that it's 25th Avenue. I'm sorry, I was saying 25th Street, so that might have confused some people. 25th Avenue, near Broadway, the Northport Hornbachers. I'm not sure if everybody is allowed into the grocery store or not at this time.
Okay, and this is, as you mentioned right away, very active scene. The call came in, I think, around 7:40 this morning. So did you got to visit with Jessica Schindeldecker? Is that true?
Yes. Yep. They didn't have a lot of information to give us. All they have confirmed is that they don't have any suspects in custody at this time, and that police responded to that shots fired call. They are interviewing witnesses, but that's all they could tell us right now.
I know just based off scanner traffic, there were a couple of ambulances that were called up. We were hearing possible multiple victims. I don't know if that means, what that means for a victim in the car crash, a shooting. But we do know from Abby's witness that at least CPR was being given to one person. One of our, a colleague of ours lives up in that area, and he went over, and I was asking him if he had got like a code red alert, to shelter in place, since they're still looking for suspects, and he hadn't received anything yet. So, but active scene. Abby, of course, thank you for being there in the staging area. I know they're kind of keeping the media safe as well, but a massive presence with police officers, squad cars, ambulance, and of course we'll update you. We know that there's a police K-9, like you mentioned, which usually indicates that they're searching for someone as well. So breaking news happening right now. We do have team coverage. We have, like I said, another colleague who is working up there, and I believe Valley News Live's Joshua Pagero is also up in that area. So be sure to stay with Valley News Live. We'll update you throughout the morning. Got to have that VNL News app. Of course, we'll have another live report at noon. And Abby, maybe we can, if you're able to get any more information, we can check in with you again a little bit later in the show as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Busy area, that North Fargo. very residential, lots of big trees and, popular grocery store. I think that's the only grocery store up in that area, the Northport Hornbachers.
And strange to have the car just sort of go off to the side of the road. I mean, obviously I have no idea what happened, nor do any of us, but it's just interesting dynamic there. So we'll see if the police can make anything of that and hopefully find the suspects. I think that was the most shocking thing of the piece, is that nobody's in custody as of this moment.
We heard a little bit, I don't want to say exactly, what the descriptions were, but they initially were calling out some descriptions over the scanner this morning. So I feel like they do have some descriptions of people that they're looking for, but although we always want as much information as possible, I do believe this is just really so soon, so active. Of course, we love to have Jessica Schinteldecker here on our show on North Dakota Today, and she's great with giving us information and updates.
Maybe she'll join us later, so I will shoot her a text, or you can as well, and see if we can maybe move the schedule around to see if she's got any more insight, or maybe she'll join Abby on the spot.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Well, switching directions here a little bit, something to look forward to and put on your calendar to brighten your mood. We talked about this, I think, earlier this week or last week. Minnesota National Guard pilots are flying again. This time they're coming our way, which was good because I was jealous at first. I thought we weren't going to get to see them, but they're doing...
Are you going to get another ride?
I'm hoping. I'm going to be like, remember me? Like, I've flown with the Blue Angels, so,
Exactly. Are you going to pull that card?
I wish that was how it was. So this is the Minnesota National Guard. They're doing flyovers. This is video from when they were flying over the Twin Cities last week, honoring our COVID-19 pandemic frontline workers, our healthcare workers. So tomorrow it's Love from Above for the Valley. 11:25, they should be over Roseau, Moorhead here in the FM area, about 11:40, and Fergus Falls right around noon. If you want to check out other cities and the timelines and all that, they have it all posted on the Minnesota National Guard.
Did you just say
Facebook
Roseau at like 11:25, Moorhead at 11:40?
Yeah, they make pretty good time. So
that is incredible.
it's fun. I can't. I'm sure no air show, no fairs, no Red River Valley Fair.
Yes.
No. So the air show is always one of my favorites to.
Although one I think bright spot, I think I heard that Governor Burgum, correct me if I'm wrong in this, but did announce that they're going to have summer school this year. So that's kind of going to be his soft opening for the fall, which leads me to believe we are going to have colleges on campus, which leads me to believe we are going to have Bison football. So I'm still hopeful. We will see.
I'm staying hopeful too.
I'm too. I'm keeping a positive vibe.
We drive by our elementary school, and I tease my youngest. I'm like, do you remember what used to happen in that building? Do you know what that is? Oh, yeah, that's your elementary school.
Yeah.
So it's weird to drive by and not ever go in there. So that's the good news. All right, well, we have a great show planned for you today. Stay with us. We'll be right back here on North Dakota Today.